evening, everybody, and welcome to Ruston, Louisiana. It's the pomp and pageantry of Conference USA football tonight on a glorious evening for this wonderful sport. We welcome you to Joe I.A. Stadium. It's the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs against the UTEP Miners. With Chris Mycoskie, I'm Len Rollins. Chris, let's look at Louisiana Tech first. It's playing its opening Conference USA game. Every other team in the conference has played at least one conference game to this point. And for UTEP, looking for an elusive back-to-back road conference victory.
Really interesting. They haven't done that since 2005. And Tech, yeah, the oddity in the scheduling where the Miners have already played 2 games in CUSA, and Tech finally making its debut.
Louisiana Tech has allowed 38 points per game, and they're going to have their hands full with wide receiver Tyron Smith. He's dynamic, he catches a lot of balls, and he gets downfield. And
just added to the Bolitnikoff Award watch list this week. That goes to the top wide receiver in college football at year's end. Smith is CUSA's leading receiver. He recorded his 4th career 100-yard game last week against the 49ers of Charlotte.
If this Louisiana Tech team is to bow up defensively, it will start with the middle linebacker Tyler Grubbs. He is a tackling machine.
Second leading tackler in Conference USA, averaging nearly 10 per outing. He has started every game in his La Tech career. Head coach Sonny Cumbie told us that Grubbs take great pride in his performance and the team's.
We're just moments away from kickoff, but first let's check in with our sideline reporter. Welcome, Madison Kaufman.
Thanks, Lynn. Each time the Miners step on the field, they play tribute to the late Luke Laufenberg, a former UTEP player who lost his battle with cancer in August of 2019. You'll notice stickers on each helmet, but it's more than just that. His legacy lives on in the Luke Laufenberg Hustle Award, given each week to a player that best embodies what Luke stood for. What a great way to honor him, huh, Lynn?
Indeed so, Madison. Thank you so much. Dana Dimmel has got this program headed in the right direction. Chris, we've had a chance to get to know him a little bit. He's very personable, very knowledgeable football guy, and committed to turning the UTEP football program 180 degrees.
And clearly going in that right direction. Now look at the streak they're on. Beat Boise State, and last week beating Charlotte. Now having the opportunity to get another win here in CUSA today.
And there is a self-made head football coach in Sonny Cumbie. He's a graduate of Texas Tech. He was a walk-on there, and all he did in his senior season was lead the country in passing. He's had some coaching experience before and was called upon to step in for Skip Holtz here in the offseason. He's in his first year so far with a 1-3 record. He, too, knows that this is a club with great potential and is totally committed to building a first-class program here in Conference USA at Louisiana Tech.
And these two coaches have seen a lot of each other before, competed against each other in the Big 12 with Dimmel at K-State and Cumbie at Texas Tech.
UTEP won the toss. It will receive the second half kickoff, and Louisiana Tech will get the football first in the blue uniforms with the white helmets. And the UTEP Miners, for the most part, are in white. The kick is a tumbler and will be returned from a yard deep in the end zone. There is some room as stumbling out to the 25 or the 26-yard line. So let's take a look at this starting lineup for Louisiana Tech at the quarterback position first. It is the transfer. McNeil, Parker McNeil, a 6'6", 224-pound senior from Austin, Texas. He transferred from Texas Tech. 54.5% has been his completion percentage so far for 900-plus yards. 8 touchdowns, but 7 interceptions, and that's been a problem. Louisiana Tech has had a turnover disparity so far this year, and that has cost them some points and some opportunities. But a nice play on first down, Chris, on the swing pass to the left side.
Get it to Smoke Harris, and now that's 25 consecutive games where Harris has tallied a reception.
So McNeil goes to his favorite receiver, Smoke Harris. Harris making his 21st start. McNeil guns it over the middle. That's caught for short yardage. Griffin Hebert on the receiving end. What a weapon he is. Former wide receiver, switched off to tailback. First running play of the game nets some yardage. This is Crosby. Crosby with a couple of nice moves around midfield, and now flags are thrown at the end of the play that probably will be piling on, and it will cost UTEP some extra yardage, but a really nice run by Crosby.
3 consecutive positive plays for Louisiana Tech to start this game, exactly how you wanted it scripted. And Crosby, the last time we saw him in this stadium, he had his breakout performance against Stephen F. Austin, 197 yards.
Most of that coming in the first half in what was a high-scoring Tech victory. The extra yardage places the ball on the 23-yard line.
Crosby, a really solid runner and so close to hitting that 200-yard mark, which obviously would have been a big milestone. Coming up just short.
McNeil looks left, now looks right. He's got a good pocket with which to work. Now he's hit finally as the pocket finally broke down. That was a 3-man pattern, and all 3 of the receivers for Louisiana Tech were well blanketed in the end zone.
Yeah, first time so far tonight that Louisiana Tech has not gained yardage on the play, but what a great set of play calls that we've seen thus far. And just that time, again, like you said, kind of broke down the offensive line. A little bit changed up today for Louisiana Tech. We'll get into that.
Tech is 3 yards away from the red zone, and the throw over the middle on the slant is caught for good yardage. That's Trey Harris. Trey Harris is finally yanked down inside the 10-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to back it up to about the 8. First and goal for Louisiana Tech. Trey Harris on the reception.
Yeah, Harris leading Tech in receptions this season, now has 17. His average is significant too, 12.5 yards per catch coming into the night.
Greg Garner is in the backfield, standing to the quarterback's left. Garner is fake to. They throw it out on the left side. Caught. Touchdown. Louisiana Tech. Taj McGee out of Franklinton, Louisiana, grabs his first touchdown reception of the season.
No catches a week ago, 3 on the season, and finally gets into the end zone for Louisiana Tech. The junior out of Franklinton hitting pay dirt. And the fans clad in blue already having an awfully good time tonight.
That was an extremely well-designed play, and we'll take another look at it after this kick from Jacob Barnes. Barnes has just poked through the 176th, make it 177th point after consecutively for Louisiana Tech. McGee on the receiving end of the touchdown. 7-0 Bulldogs.